Hey guys, LF Rose, Goku Black, is almost here. He'll be here in a few hours, so we have the information for him available to us. So we're going to go ahead and break him down. We're going to break down the new Trunks and Mai as well as the banner coming up, and everything else dropping in this week's update for Legends. So I have Blue Gogeta pulled up as a reference because this Rose is a melee-type character. And then, you know, this guy's also a melee-type character, so we can compare their stats pretty well, I think. So we'll shoot him up to 14. Rose's at 14, so Rose, we'll just jump right into it. Strike attack's at 252,000, blast at 245. So a lot less than Gogeta Blue's. Rose's defenses are 158, 158, and then Gogeta Blue's are also higher than Rose's. So overall, Rose has pretty significantly less stats than Gogeta Blue does. His health is also a little bit higher, which is the only really redeeming factor about his stats. But overall, for an LL or Legends Limited unit coming out right now, I mean, you can see he's you know, top 7 best stats in the game. He's behind all these other Legends Limited units, which is weird considering he's newer, but that's fine. Maybe his kit's gonna be crazy, but the stats are like kind of not the best, I would say. Okay, so let's see what his main ability is. The Scythe will carve a reminder into your mortal flesh. Interesting name. Draw the Ultimate Arts card, Ultra Divine Dance, which rose one health by 30% and keep by 50. 30% is a lot. That's actually a lot of health. I think because Kid Buu did, what, 40%? But that's, like, no one does that. Yeah, 40% and keep by 30. And then Rose is 30% and keep by 50. Gain attribute upgrade, minus 100% to enemy sustained damage cut for 30 counts, which is really, really good. And then cancels own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. No damage buffs, huh? Okay. Kid Buu get one? No. He Seal Strikes. Actually no, because this is really powerful. Cancels enemy attribute upgrades. I think Kid Buu's main is probably better than Rose's here. But this is not a bad main ability. First unique ability is Wrathful Castigation. Applies the following effects itself when battle starts. He gets 60% damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, reduces damage received by 35%. 35 is not bad. It's really like the 20 to 25% range where I'm just sort of like, what's the point of even putting that on a unit? But 35 is not bad. What did Kid Buu have? Kid Buu has 30%, but Kid Buu had 90% damage inflicted. Rose only has 60. Okay. It reduces enemy ki by 10 when this character enters the battlefield. Could have been more. Additional plus 10% of damage inflicted per enemy battle member. So if there's 3 enemies left on the battlefield, he's going to get 90% total damage, which is going to match up with Kid Buu here. Effects reset after character switch. Okay, obviously. And then inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 10 to all arts costs for 3 timer counts after enemy attack is over. So this is actually the same wording that we saw with like Topo, for instance, where, you know, Topo will give a buff to the whole ally team after enemy attack is over. So again, this includes like tap attacks, tap blasts, any sort of attack that will hit you, even a tackle. Even if they don't chain off the tackle, that tackle still counts as an attack. So this will activate off of those things, but it's only for 3 counts, which is not that long, obviously. So okay. Next one is Purging Blades. Nullifies enemies, restores health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacks. Oh, okay, so he has the he has the hit / Zenkai Demon King Piccolo ability where the yellow one, where he'll just automatically nullify endurance whenever he attacks. No extra abilities have to be active here. So he basically just counters just endurance units, which is cool because he's going to counter. Well, let me see. I was going to say Future Gohan, but he's purple, so he's not really going to counter Future Gohan. I mean, Kid Goku is also yellow. What? Topo's endurance, I guess you could see quite often right now. Who else has endurance that's pretty usable right now? I'm trying to think of like a Zenkai with endurance. I think only Kid Goku. Honestly, endurance is not something that's like super prevalent right now, I don't think. But alright. It's good to have that, I think, though. Draw a strike card every time when faced with an enemy. So when you enter the battlefield with him, he's going to automatically draw a strike card. That's like Zenkai Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the purple one. 15% chance to reduce enemies' Dragon Balls by 1 upon landing a strike arts hit. Wow. That can get quite annoying. So that's sort of his gimmick, I guess, is 50% chance to reduce enemies' Dragon Balls by 1 upon landing a strike arts. Interesting. that, I mean, 15% is not that high, but, I mean, yeah, so this guy doesn't have card draw speed. He might have it in his green card. I haven't looked at his green card yet, but, I don't know. It's really tough to evaluate this. This can be ridiculous. Like, this can be the sentence in his kit that makes him, like, really, really good. But I don't really know how reliable it's going to be right now. And then he does have a cover cut against Strike Arts, which we saw in the preview, which is the instant transmission. And it is comboable with his blue card. Alright. Yeah, I mean, no card draw speed kind of is going to hurt him. His strike does have a 100% chance to inflict extreme bleed. This is going to be another thing that really determines whether or not he's like really good or not, because we don't know what this is. This is the first character to get extreme bleed in their kit. This is like a new modifier on the bleed mechanic in this game. So we'll have to see how much damage it does. If it does like 90k to 100k damage per tick, like that's crazy good, right? Obviously. Again, I don't know how much it's going to do. Regular blast. The blue card is Divine Black timeout, but remember this is teachable. Deals massive explode damage. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 3 timer counts upon activation. Oh my god, a portion of the damage also be dealt to enemy members on standby. Yeah, that's... This on Shallot. Huh? Okay. So Shallot can now know an AoE blue card that's not bad. So like Red Kid Buu, like he could have learned Red Kid Buu's blue card, but it was not good. This one is way better because it is massive. I like it. I mean, it doesn't give you extra damage when you use it, which is a little bit annoying. But I mean, it doing an AOE is really nice, and the fact that it's type neutral as well is pretty good. All right, the special skill is Divine Cannon. Remember that this is like a projectile green card, so it's not a stop time event. It draws a special move arts card next, so it draws a blue card for you, only activates one time. Restores ki by 50. 20% of damage inflicted for 15 counts. Scan attribute upgrade, plus 30% to the duration of bleed, heavy bleed, or extreme bleed effects this character inflicts to enemies. That's permanent. Interesting. Yeah, this is a permanent buff. There's no... timer counts associated with this. This is literally just, you are gonna have this forever. Okay. Cancels enemies buff effects on hit, and then you can combo into it. Canceling buff effects is nice. This is a really strong green card. The only problem is it's gonna be pretty difficult to land it. I mean, I guess you could just combo into it, right? Because it gives you key back. Only problem is you don't get card draw speed. So, whatever. We'll see. I mean, it looks pretty good to me. The ultimate is Ultra Divine Dance. Deals massive explode damage. Applies. Oh, so it doesn't do Supreme. Okay. Applies the following effects to self according to the number of enemy battle members upon activation. So it's going to get more powerful dependent upon the less battle members your opponent has, the more damage it's going to do. Has blast armor. Doesn't nullify endurance. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't have to nullify endurance because he already does that here. Okay. So this kind of reminds me of Merge Zamasu's ultimate as well, because Merge Zamasu's has the same effect where it just does more damage the less enemies there are. So his doesn't have blast armor. His does 30, 50, and 70. And then this guy says 30, 60, and 90. So 90% ultimate damage when there's one battle member left is going to be really powerful. That's a lot of damage. And then holds a strike, and then he holds a strike damage up card. 20% strike damage inflicted for 2 timer counts. I feel like they could have just given him 2 of this. Like, why is there a normal strike card? Like, why don't they just give him another one? Like, is it going to break the game for him to hold 2 of these? Whatever. 22% to tag future strike, attack, and defense at 2-star. 3-star, he picks a powerful opponent, strike, attack, and defense. And then he picks up 50% to characters that are both God Key and powerful opponent blast attack. Okay, so they didn't really... give him too many God Key buffs. Again, this is what I thought they were going to do with this character. This character is more so designed to be ran on the future team and powerful opponent team more so than God Key. I mean, God Key already has UI Goku, who I'm pretty confident is better than this unit, just by looking at his kit. But again, there's so many factors that it depends on. Like, this could be crazy good. We have no idea what Extreme Bleed is yet, so we'll see. But this guy's definitely going to be more valuable on the future team over God Key, I would say. But this is an interesting Z ability. Alright, that's pretty much what we have for Rose. Again, it's pretty difficult to tell how good he's going to be, but he seems okay. He doesn't seem like, oh my god, he's ridiculous. But we shall see. Next, we have Trunks and Mai. They are also a melee type unit. I thought they were going to be support, but they're melee type. So I have pulled up this Broly, because this Broly was the latest sort of melee type unit to be released in the game. So we can compare their stats here. So Trunks and Mai have 241 strike, 240 blast, so it's actually relatively even. This might be one of these units where they are a melee type unit, but it really doesn't matter. And the defenses are 163, 160. Broly's at 254, way higher strike attack. He gets higher blast too, yeah. Okay, so Broly's stats are just better in every way, almost. Okay, interesting. Okay. Main ability is first you'll have to deal with me. Draw the Ultimate Arts card, Strike for the future next. Restores own key by 20. Only 20, okay. And then 30% ultimate damage for 20 counts. Okay, so it's, could be a better main ability, not crazy. First unique ability is Forging the Future Together. 20% of damage inflicted against tag regen or androids. Nice. Applies the following effects itself when character enters the battlefield. By the way, them doing more damage to androids is really good because they're red, and you know who is a yellow android. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Draw a special arts card next, so it draws a green card. And they do get card draw speed. Okay, that's nice. I know a unit that could have used card draw speed. Okay. Let's go back to him for a second. Wait, where were we? Right here. 10% of damage inflicted by allied tag future or tag Vegeta family for 10 counts every time this character uses a strike or blast card. So that does kind of remind me of purple Vegeta right here. Well, he gives more than 10, doesn't he? Yeah, 20%. That's for 15 counts. And then they only give this to certain tags for 10 counts. So it's a little bit worse. And then they restore ally health, or sorry, ki by 30 when this character switches to standby. And then Vegeta does what, 30 as well? No, Vegeta is more than 30, isn't it? Where does it say that? 20. Okay, never mind. It's actually only 20. But he draws you a card, which is way better. So I would say this is just a worse version of the purple Vegeta. Deepening Ties applies the following effects to self when battle starts, plus 50% of damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 25%, which is, again, I don't really think it's relevant. The following effects occur dependent on the number of timer counts elapsed from battle start while this character is not defeated. So 20 counts, you get plus 20% damage, 35 counts, minus 5%, or minus 5 on arts costs, and then 50 counts, you get another 20% damage inflicted. So that's kind of like Zenkai Super Saiyan 3 Goku, almost. I could find him on here. Let me just filter real fast. Purple, Sparking, Super Saiyan 3 right here. So he gets 15, 30, and 40, but it's 30 and then 30. And then they have like way, way less stats. Get 20 and 20, and it's longer. 50 counts is a long time for 20% damage. It's kind of like, sure, I guess. They seem interesting though because they do get card draw speed. They are sort of pseudo-supporting the team. And extra damage against androids is nice as well, because this is a team where you already have Red Cell. He's able to do pretty well against 18, but even Red Cell will get two combo by 18. Like, he doesn't have the best defenses. This unit doesn't have the best defenses either, but I'm pretty sure he'd be able to tank better than Cell. I'm not saying this unit's going to replace Cell, because I'm telling you right now, he's not. They're not going to replace Cell. But this kid is not like really bad or anything like that. It's just, I don't know why they're time gating these things. If these things were not time gated and they were just like things that they, so if instead of 50% damage, he just got the extra 40% and he had 90% damage inflicted, like he wouldn't even be broken still. Whatever. Something else to note as well is that it says damage inflicted by allies. So this is a support buff. I'm telling you right now, 50 counts of elapsed, you're not going to have your whole team alive still. Because you're going to get Rising Rushed. You're going to get ulted by some ridiculous unit. You're going to get just caught off guard somehow. In 50 counts, you're not going to have your full team alive, most likely. So I feel like the value of this activating for your team is not as important as just for himself if he's still alive. Strike is Heavy Bleed, 30% chance to inflict Heavy Bleed. We've got a regular blast. Special move is Shining Divider. Deals major explode damage, 20% of damage inflicted by allies. This is really good, actually. I like that. It's also upon activation, so you have to actually hit this. This is a nice effect here. I like that. The green card is together as 1, restores on health by 15% and ki by 50. Wow, 50 ki? And 50% healing? 20% damage inflicted but for 15 timer counts, and 15% of special move and ultimate damage inflicted. Wow, that's actually really good. Okay. That's a really nice green card. I wish other units had green cards. This is like one of the better green cards in the game, I would say. Kind of reminds me of Blue Goku, the Zenkai Blue Goku's green card. Let me pull him up real fast, just so I can compare them real quick. So Blue Goku's green card is what? 10% health, 30 ki, and then 20% damage for 20 counts. Their green card's just way better. I mean, this is a 50 ki. This is a ridiculous green card. Like, this might be one of the best ones in the game. Okay, I like that. Ultimate skill is Strike for the Future. Deals massive impact damage. Gain attribute upgrade. Minus 100% enemy sustained damage cut for 3 counts. Applies volume effects stuff on hit. Shortens allied tag feature or tag Vegeta family substitution count by 5. Restores own vanishing gauge by 100%. This is powerful. And obviously this is powerful. But the problem with this is it has to hit the enemy. You can't just throw this out like Blue Zenkai Bardock's ultimate and get your vanish back and then dodge. You have to hit the enemy with this. It's not really that big of a deal, but just something to keep in mind when you are using this. But this is a powerful ultimate. And then he holds 5 ki for Strike, 5 ki for Blast, which is really, 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 really good. Especially for somebody like Green Goku Black, who just wants to keep comboing and comboing and comboing forever. The extra ki that he's going to get from these is going to help him a lot. And their Future Strike attack, Vegeta Family. Oh, Vegeta Family, okay. Strike, Future Vegeta Family Strike attack and defense. And then, yeah, Future Vegeta Family Strike attack and defense. Okay, so... They're not, like, crazy broken or crazy good or anything like that. I think they're just good. The issue I have with them is the fact that they're competing with, like, the best, like, one of the best units in the game, with Red Cell. Like, how do you overthrow Red Cell with this unit? You don't. The answer is you don't. They have their places where they're really, really damn good. Like, this is a broken green card. I would just straight up call it broken. But then you have things like this, where it's like, what is even the point of this being 50 counts? So, they're interesting, but I don't really think they're going to replace Cell. Vegeta Family, they could be nice. We'll see. And that's pretty much all we have for the new units. There's no new Extreme or anything like that, so we can go ahead and move on to the new banner. The Ruined Future Step Up banner, and it does go with Legend tickets as always. It looks like it's the same Step Up that we had, or same Step Up format that we had for Kid Buu. So we have Broly coming back, Vegeta Blue coming back, we have Green Vegeta, and Beerus. When was the last time LF Goten was on a banner? Can somebody tell me? Like, when was the last time he was actually featured as an LL on a banner? Okay, so the interesting thing to note about this banner is Trunks and Mai are 1%, Goku Black is 0.5, which is typical, but then like every other unit is at 0.15. So you scroll down, you just keep going down, all the Sparkings on this banner have the same pull rate. So there really is no featured units, it looks like, on this banner. They're just like all sort of mixed in here together. I don't really know how I feel about that. It could be bad, but it could also be good, because featured units generally are the you know, units that dictate whether or not a banner is quote-unquote good to summon on. And this just has a lot of good units all thrown together on a banner. Like, obviously this guy's really good, Metal Cool is really good, Vegeta is solid, they're okay, not really that great. Red Cell's dominant as hell. They're pretty underrated, I would say, still. Dispo's okay, Topo's really good, Jiren's really good, this Goku's pretty good, Turles, Bootanks, I'm just gonna skip it. This guy's okay, Omega's really good. Well, not really good, but he's good. This guy's good, this guy's really good. I mean, like, there's a lot of good units on here, and then we have, like, we keep going down and we get, like, Green Vegeta, First Form Cell, Singe, like, all these units are just now becoming bad. But there's Vados and Champa, so there's good units that are mixed in here. So overall, I would say this banner is actually pretty good. It's hard to evaluate, though, just based off of the fact that you could, you know, one multi you could pull, like, Green Goku Black and Red Cell. And then the next multi, you could pull like Red Pycon and Green First Form Cell, right? It's just going to vary wildly. So there's not really a lot of dependency that you can put on pulling certain units on this banner, which is something that you have to keep in mind if you're going to pull on this. And then the ticket banner looks like it, yeah, I think it's the same. All the Sparkings are just the same pull rate, but there's a lot on here. Okay. Doesn't look like that's changed that much. Rose is still 0.5. Trunks and Mine are still 1. Then we have this banner coming out. I don't know why they're even releasing this. Nobody's going to pull on this. I mean, this guy's the prize of the banner, obviously, but other than that, like, why would you summon on this? Whatever. Just skip this. No point in summoning on this. We're getting some one new story event, which we talked about in the video earlier with Zenkai Krillin. So I'm not covering Zenkai Krillin in this video because I already talked about him in the previous video, but this is going to be a sort of renewal of the dreaded Ginyu Force event. So make sure you're farming this event for the Zenkai Krillin. I believe there should be the Awakening Battle where you get the Awakening Power for Zenkai Krillin, and there's a new Awakening equip for him as well. New Hyperdimensional Kuwa versus Amasu. Sure. There actually is a raid as well. I don't have it pulled up here, but Renzi did remind that there's going to be a raid event against Super Saiyan Blue Goku, the red one. So I guess they're going to want you to pull Rose. Goku will probably be green in the event, and then you just kill him with Rose, I guess. And then we have a new equipment, which is the Scythe will carve a reminder into your mortal flesh. This is a good equipment. It's obviously for future and powerful opponents, so every Goku Black in Cell is pretty much what this is going to be used for, right? Red Cell. I mean, you're not really going to use it on Red Cell. I mean, you could. It's ultimate damage, though, which you don't really need for him. Strike attack, special move, ultimate. Perfect for the new Rose. Perfect for somebody like, Red Goku Black if he ever gets a Zenkai. Perfect for somebody like, if you want to run the Zenkai Red Cell, you can run him with this. If this Yellow Cell ever gets a Zenkai, well, technically not perfect for this guy because he's a blast-based unit, but Yellow Cell ever gets a Zenkai, you want to run this with him as well. Even the Green Goku Black, he's at a lot of strike damage when he's transformed. Like, look at this. Transformed, he's a range type unit, but, you know, he has 280,000 strike attack when he's transformed for strike. So, pretty good for him. But yeah, this is a good equip. Make sure you farm this up. I assume this is going to be the PvP equip this season because there's no how to get here. But other than that, that's pretty much it here. I'm not super impressed by Rose. Again, it's going to completely depend. Let me pull him up one more time. It's going to completely depend on what does Extreme Bleed actually do, and then how annoying are the Dragon Ball destruction effects going to be for him? Because for all we know, you know, you could enter the battlefield and just destroy Dragon Balls one after the other, and you could have matches. Why isn't this loading? You could have matches where like you literally just constantly are destroying people's Dragon Balls and they don't get a single rush off. Like if you get lucky, that's what's going to happen. But all right, well, this is not going to load, so whatever. We'll just end it with looking at his little. I'll zoom in. There we go. There he is. Rose Goku Black. There we go. But I will be doing a stream when the banner goes live in approximately 2 hours from now. Hope to see you guys there, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you all in the next one.